Well, our first guest is another portfolio company of Digital AMN Incorporated. DATI is their stock symbol. We're talking to Frank Salicia. He's the CEO of a company called OrgHarvest. Their stock symbol is ORGH. Frank, welcome to the program.
Hey, thanks for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Now, OrgHarvest Incorporated seeks to launch cannabis cultivation and production operations in Las Vegas. Can you give us a general overview of the company, please?
Well, we're a public company, as you mentioned, on the OTC. And we're focusing on the Las Vegas market. There's some 62 dispensaries right there in the Las Vegas area. And having the ability to put up a greenhouse on 10 acres that would be high-end from the Netherlands, I think offers just an absolute perfect situation. I mean, we can generate sales at $50 a pound and sell at $2,000 a pound. I don't think I've ever seen a business like that before.
Well, I guess congratulations are due. It seems that OrgHarvest is the first U.S.-based cannabis cultivation company to qualify for a Reg A. Tell us about that.
Oh, God, when that happened, I couldn't believe we have this law firm in Tennessee, and they jumped for joy. They just couldn't believe what was going on, that here the SEC approves our little company to actually have a Reg A. And, it happens to be illegal across the country, but we are the first, and it opened up a lot of doors.
Well, as you mentioned, you'll be growing in a 142,000 square foot high-tech greenhouse, as you mentioned, imported from the Netherlands. What's your anticipated flower production yields, and what kind of revenue are you expecting?
That's a good question. With this kind of operation, it is a big one, and we wanted. I'm I guess you might call me a serial entrepreneur. I certainly don't look like a drug dealer, do I? I'm married 50 years. I have 2 granddaughters, actually 6 granddaughters. I have 2 daughters. And, here I am in this business. We're able to actually generate 750 pounds of flour a week out of that greenhouse. Now, we build it so it is high-end, and it'll have a useful life of about 40 years. So if you do the math, $15 a gram, 24 grams in an ounce, you're certainly looking at some heavy profitability. And I think it's a great market for young people to get into for actually having an income that they can actually be supported with.
Well, tell us about your growth and/or acquisition strategy.
Once we got the Reg A going, I was shocked. I must get 2 or 3 of these private equity firms giving me a call, and they're wondering what's in it for them. What can they do for getting us involved? And I've turned them all down. I want the small investor in our company. I told that to our lawyers. As a matter of fact, when we did the Reg A, they said, "Oh, Frank, you could go out at $1 a share." I said, "No, I don't want $1 a share. I want to get the small investor in first." And we've offered it at a 25-cent rate. You can go over to fundana.com and take a look over there, and you'd be able to actually get free trading shares. And if you don't like what you see, you could sell the next day. So I really focused on the small investor.
Well, it's kind of interesting because you've opted to offer your Reg A to the public using the Jobs Act, as you mentioned. Again, tell us where the offering's listed. You said Fundana?
Yes, we love the idea of leveraging with crowdfunding to allow everyone to gain access to our offering. Technically, our offering is listed with True Crowd Services, LLC, and they're leveraging the cannabis-focused securities crowdfunding portals, fundana.com. So if you want to invest in our Reg A offering, you can go to fundana.com. I think it's set up beautifully. You can see the circular there. You can download the subscription agreement. And for 25 cents a share, I don't think you could go wrong, in this, especially in the cannabis market and in a state like Nevada. I did bring some products along. I want people to know that you should definitely make sure that you go to a dispensary if you're going to do anything. Here's a beautiful packaged item. This is retail. You could go and purchase these items wherever a dispensary is, and they tell you where it was made, when it was actually produced. It goes all the way back to the product's origination. And the reason I bring that up is because a lot of young people are using these black market vaping tools, and you can see it on the news. They're hurting themselves with it. Don't do it. Go to the dispensaries, get the products that you can guarantee are going to be organic. That's why we call ourselves Organic Harvest, OrgHarvest.
Again, the company's OrgHarvest Incorporated, ORGH is the stock symbol. Frank, congratulations on your success. Thanks so much for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. You have a good one.